Hey, what's going on, guys? Felix here from the Shopify Masters podcast and Podcasting Secrets. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to ask for help without being intrusive. So I am going through this, almost this kind of, I guess you kind of call like a rut, a little bit of a funk right now where I got a lot going on. I got a lot of paths I can walk down. I have a lot of options. And the most important thing for me right now is to get almost like a sounding board. Someone out there that I can talk to that has either walked the same path that I'm on or is on the same path I'm on, or just has experience in where I'm trying to go, and then talk to them about my concerns, my thoughts, like my goals, like my action plan, and then have them just be a sounding board. Like I want to hear from them, like, am I on the right track? And just to obviously get the advice that I need that I might not have known about, but also just to help me with my confidence so that I know that I'm going forward without wasting my time. If someone out there that's already walked down this path, that's already reached the goal that I want to reach, and I tell them how I want to get there, they can see from the mountaintop, like, hey, yeah, you can walk to the left a little bit, walk to the right a little bit, take this path, take this turn here, take this turn there, and make it to where I'm at. And they can see that if I laid out my path, they can validate it and say, yeah, this is the right path. So that's my goal. I need to find someone that can be a sounding board for me that's been there. And basically that person's a mentor, right? I need to find a mentor. My biggest fear, though, is that I'm almost like mortified whenever I ask for anyone for help, because I feel like I am either being intrusive or that I have some ulterior motive. I'm so worried about them seeing me as someone that's coming to them just to use them. So I started thinking, like, everyone out there that I know that's successful, that's been on my podcast, always tells me they have a mentor. They have someone out there that they talk to. A lot of them actually have multiple people that they talk to get advice, to be a sounding board for them. And they've had to put themselves out there and ask these people to be mentors, right, at some point. So I started thinking, like, how can I do the same thing with getting over this fear of asking someone for help, asking almost for a mentor, without feeling like they think that I'm using them. So the only way to do this is that, yes, you are kind of using them, right? You do need their help. You need things from them, but how can you make the exchange fair? And I found out that the more value that I can give them, the less I feel guilty about asking them for help. Imagine I came to the relationship, started the conversation the first time I met them, and I give them so much value that they leave the conversation, leave that first interaction, thanking that I met them, thanking me for the value that I gave them, rather than them feeling they gave something necessary to me. So I need to start approaching these kind of relationships, approaching these kind of mentors I want to go after, and think about how can I add so much value to them that they cannot get anywhere else, that my particular expertise, my particular experience is exactly what they need to help them out. So I started thinking about things that I have in my arsenal, right? I have a lot of experience with podcasting. I have a lot of experience talking to a lot of e-commerce entrepreneurs. I have a lot of connections in my network. And, you might have the same thing or you might have something totally different, but think about what is your biggest piece of value and then see how you can give it to them. And that's what I'm focused on. I don't have any mentors yet, but I'm going to start reaching out. I started reaching out to a couple people recently. Actually, I reached out to one person the other day, and I put this into practice. I want to talk to him because he's launched courses online, and I wanted to learn more about, and he's based in New York too, so I wanted to meet up with him for coffee. So I asked him, hey, can I buy you a cup of coffee someday? And that's not enough value, right? That's anyone can get, their time is worth more than a cup of coffee. So I started thinking, how can I give them so much value that they would be thankful that I met them? So I told him, like, hey, I know you have a YouTube channel as well. Would you like to learn more about podcasting? Because I have a lot of experience podcasting. I've launched a successful podcast. I'd be happy to kind of give you pointers and any advice on getting started on a podcast if you ever decide to. So just give him kind of more of a reason to want to meet with me. And he was cool with it. He wanted to meet with me. We were going to schedule some time in the next couple of weeks to catch up. And I felt better about that kind of approach, right? I'm not coming to him and asking him to give me things. I'm going to him and say, hey, I want to make this as fair of an exchange as possible. Maybe I can even give you more value than that you can give me. And going to with that mindset, I think makes me feel better about it. And I got to put that into practice more. I'm going to try to reach out to a couple people over the next couple weeks to try to get them to meet with me in person and try to offer them something that's valuable to me. And I think that's held me back, this fear of reaching out to people to get them to help me out as a mentor, because I don't want to reach up. Right? I have this fear of reaching up, because if I reach up to someone that's more successful, I feel like I'm wasting their time. And I've often just reached down or reached sideways. I've never reached above to get the person that is already far down the path to get their advice. And I found the best way to do that is going to be thinking about this from a value approach. Like, how do I give them as much value as possible and get them to be thankful that I met them. So hopefully that helps you out. And the biggest thing I learned about this was that I can be valuable, and that I do have skill sets, I do have experiences that are valuable, that are distinctly valuable, that they cannot get somewhere else, that's going to be worth their time to meet with me, that's going to be worth their time to help me out. And I think you should think about the same thing. If you are struggling with trying to find a mentor, struggling with trying to ask for help, think first about how can you offer as much value as possible, that they're thankful that they met you, that they're thankful that you reached out to them. So hopefully it helps you out. And hey, shout out to Marie. Thank you so much for the comments. I appreciate it. So again, hopefully it helps you out. If you're launching your podcast, launching a business, launching anything, you need to find mentors. The best way to do that is to find people that you can help out that are further along in the path. That's really important, further along in the path, because you don't want to be, the blind leading the blind. You want to find people that already have success and figure how can you add as much value to their life as possible. So you don't feel guilty in this exchange where you are asking them for help, because you're actually giving as much as you're asking. So hopefully it helps you out. Talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.